All right, y'all. Sorry about the delay. A little accident on the freeway, and everybody and their mama want to look at it and cause another accident while they was doing it. I don't understand how people do that, but we're going to go ahead and get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Northern Cali, Southern Cali, Nevada, Texas, Georgia, Ukraine, Cape Town, Africa, Brazil, and back to Detroit, D-Town Boogie. Shout out to Two Fingers. This is the Spotlight. I'm your man, Shadow, and as usual, I constantly bring you the great. Tonight will not be any different. This is what we do best here. We support our soil. Plus, we just support the game itself. Like I always say to everybody, you know, it is what it is, but hip hop just ain't on you. It's got to be in you.
In your heart.
You know, and if it's not, please stop taking up oxygen from those of us who's really trying to do it, because y'all messing up the game. Y'all trying to mess with blue magic. It's stop. But tonight, like I said, it's no different than the other night here because I bring nothing but greatness. To my left, you can slide over a little bit, make sure I got you in the camera. To my left is a cat who I've known who dug himself out of the mud to reach the plateau that he has reached, and ain't nothing greater than being with one of the greatest groups to ever step into the game of hip hop.
That's real.
You know, what I got sitting here to my left is a real factor in this game. And if y'all didn't know, you're going to learn this shit tonight, because sitting to my left is the fantastic Mr. DJ Symphony, the actual official DJ of GZA from the Wu-Tang Clan.
That's what it is.
Ain't nobody else here can say that. The one person who can even say they was even affiliated with Wu-Tang, damn, I'm fucking up, Wu-Tang Clan, then went home.
King.
He went home, and we miss him so much, but we still pushing this line for him. We gonna show that we here. We ain't going nowhere.
Right.
But bruh, welcome to the show. It's about time I got you
I know,
here.
it's been a minute.
I'm sorry that the pandemic had to give you this opportunity to be here, but you know, I gotta take my advantage when it comes, bruh.
No, it's been a minute. I've been trying to get with you for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Man, stop playing, man.
Man, the last official time I saw
playing.
you. But for real, man, I've been checking out the show and I'm watching it grow. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like the cheerleader in the background because I don't really like being on social media as much as I used to.
Right, you got to. If you in this, you got to do social media. It's kind of like it's part of the curse.
Yeah, I know. My friends and family been talking. Well, a lot of people don't know too is I'm into Islam heavy.
Okay.
Right. So, you know, it's Ramadan right now, and we fasting. And so
you know, while you talk about that, I don't mean to cut you off, but in the news they had a dude who is of the Muslim belief, and he's rapping about Ramadan.
Right now?
Yeah, I forget his name. He was on the news. It was literally last night, and he's a rapper who is spreading the word about Ramadan and the belief through hip hop.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but right now that's what it is. It's it's Ramadan. So
okay.
You know, we do the fast. You don't eat from sun up to sundown.
Right.
14 and a half hours, basically, no eating or drinking. So with the fast from food comes the fast from outside entertainment. Yeah, like you don't want to be on social media and some girls twerking.
Right.
You know, you looking at her tail and because you're supposed to be putting a lot of that time into reading the Quran and just getting to know Allah and closer to Islam.
Okay. You know,
but I wasn't really posting before that too, but not as heavy as now. But because I'm a firm believer in, I know what you're saying from a business aspect is dope.
Right.
But for social media, to me, every time I post something, it just feel like I posted the wrong thing. Yeah, what I mean by that is like I
need an explanation on how to play.
I might post like I might be in the park working out, right?
Okay.
But I always seem to catch the part where I'm tired or it seems like I ain't do a lot. So my friends be laughing like, "Oh, you did 3 reps," and I'm like, "Nah, I did, but before I recorded, I did 10."
Right.
I always record or do something when it's.
That's when you tell them, I'm giving you motivation. I'm not trying to give you a training video.
Yeah, but they still laughing. So I used to get mad at my friends, especially Jizz and them, because they stay. Man, you post something crazy if you want to. You won't hear the end of it. So it's like, that's why I'm just chilling right now, because I always seem to post the wrong thing on social media.
Now, somebody who I'm guessing is really giving you a hard time it's got to be meth. Because
Jizz.
Or worse. Cause meth stay in the
Yes.
gym. Meth be on the gym giving training tips on YouTube now, bruh.
Well, Jizza posts a lot of like teacher education.
Okay.
You know, he's very heavy into Science Genius. You know, learning through
Okay.
music. So like you just can't post just anything around them because if you do, you would not hear the end. So you have to make sure what you post makes sense.
Right.
But I used to be so random with posting stuff that it just wasn't making sense for what I do. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Like I'll see somebody fall on the street and be cracking up. It's okay to crack up behind the scenes, but you don't have to repost that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I had to learn that.
Right. Like I don't like the cats who will post that they've given somebody a couple dollars or
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
a meal. Like you're not supposed to do that. Just
I hate that.
give from your heart and keep it pushing.
I was just telling my daughter that in the car.
Like
When you
it's
came in.
crazy. Like why would you even do that? You know, you were gracious enough to be able to take from yourself to give to another man, but you gotta justify it by putting this
By
person
posting
on a video.
Yeah, I hate that. That Islam teaches is, you know, if you do a good deed, all deeds don't need to be seen.
Okay.
So, you know, most good deeds that are done behind the scenes. And when you do it, if somebody posts that person, not only is disrespectful, but you don't know what he or she going through.
Right.
You don't know if his family even know he out there.
Right.
So you don't want to never do that to somebody, put him in that predicament.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, because a lot of cats don't know you. Hold on, I'm trying to get y'all into this. A lot of cats don't know you like I know you, bruh.
Oh, you know me.
So I'm gonna ask you this: when did you turn to the nation? Because you weren't always ready to be in the nation, bruh.
Yeah, I was.
you
Yeah.
weren't always ready to be in the nation, bruh.
Yeah, you know me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know Symphony, but Shadow knows
I
me.
know you know you.
Shadow knows my,
Know you know you.
you know, so.
We can't really get into it right now.
Yeah,
'cause
we can't.
We got a guest in the building, so we can't really get
Yeah,
into it
we
right
got
now. But
mutual friends and all that shit.
That was the past. We didn't grew. We didn't
Yeah.
mature. We did the thing. Now we
But honestly, I'm gonna be honest, cause my fam, like my dad was into Islam,
okay.
and it was always in me, but I just didn't take it serious.
It's in time.
Yeah.
You'll do it when you get ready. You got ready how long ago?
It's been a year. Like when Kahali passed,
Mm.
I was into it,
Okay.
heavy, you know, and I kind of felt like the whole King Kahali thing messed me up bad because I knew the brother
killed
was
me.
that was one of the worst days of my life. But I knew the brother was doing the same thing as me because he converted.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know,
Yes, he did.
but King Kahali converted over to Islam.
Yeah.
And he was one of the reasons why I said, you know what? If Kahali can take the steps necessary to be a better person, I can do the same thing. Because I was, like you said, I wasn't always thinking Islam first. I was thinking do this first, party first, drink first, chicks first before Islam. And God is first from over everything.
Right. Yeah, because it's crazy because he's always practicing. He's always loved the methodology of the Islamic culture and you know the whole how to hold yourself to be a better man. He's always followed that, but he never really like put it in his heart and walked that path. Before he left, he had actually accepted it in his heart and let his
Yeah.
family know this is what it is, and the family was behind him, and they were like, if you're gonna rock with it, then that's what we doing. So it was a good thing, but you know he got called home way too soon. That day murdered me.
I try not to really,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm going to go, like when I leave here tonight, I'm going to go by the spot.
Mhm.
I wanted to go this afternoon, you know, I had my baby, but it's like, for those who ever shook his hand on Noom, it's, you can't, he's not a written book. And what I mean by that, you're never going to get the same Kahali twice.
Never.
Ever.
Never.
Bruh, when I tell you never, like, he would be in a mood so good. And then the next time you see him, what's good? What's up, chef? I'm like, yo, what up, dough?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
And then the next time you see him, what's up, Sif? You know?
That's bruh.
So you never got Kahali twice, and I tell people that I say, me being his DJ at one point,
Right.
we had so much fun, man. We did a world tour together. See, a lot of people don't know that. Like we did a tour with Raekwon on the Cuban Links 2 tour, and Doe ended up with us, and we toured, and I think we toured together for like 2 months, and we really got to know each other then. Like at that time, because you living together,
Right, right.
You're on tour, y'all live together.
Ain't no escaping each other.
You can't get away from each
No.
other. So I mean, we had no choice but to just bond, and so it was a lot of drinking. You know what I'm saying? So when you drinking and you friends, we put a lot on the table, and we said, okay, my personality is this way, yours is that way. So let's do what we got to do to get through tour. You see what I'm saying? And then after the tour, we ain't talk. Well, not because we had beef, we just didn't see each other. Like I was telling you earlier, we
Right.
all went. So I didn't see Doe for quite some time, for probably like 2 years. But then it's just funny the way life works. Is in 2020, and when he died in July, right?
June, because it went into July.
Like the middle of June.
Yeah.
And when he passed in June, it's the craziest thing. I was telling my man at his house tonight about the same story. I was at the house chilling, fresh to the pandemic. They know what was going on, and like my Instagram goes off, a DM. It's Doe. Bro, call me, right? That that's the last thing you expect. I ain't talked to Doe Rock in probably a year and a half. He hit me, call me. I call and get on the phone. What's up? First thing he do, he start laughing with that laugh. That first thing he do is start how I shot, and then he says, if I ever offended you any type of way, we ever had any type of anything, I love you. It is what it is. Let's put this thing back together. You my DJ again. Start making music, and I shit you not, it was 4 days later, I got the call, and it just tore me apart on the inside because I was like, yo, I just talked to him.
Oh, I know exactly what you feel because I talked to him that Monday,
Right.
and we were talking about the albums that are coming out because there's still unreleased music on this cat, and he was like, "Shout, I'm gonna need you to come, sit down and you need to chop it up. You ain't even been to the new house yet. Come through on Sunday." I got a call from nephew Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's still a big ass pill to swallow.
During that 4-day exchange, something major happened too. In the middle of that 4 days was, I had made a track called Tiebreaker,
Okay.
and the Tiebreaker song was going to be me and Doe's comeback record, comeback song. Now, I mean, it's gritty.
Ugh.
You see what I'm saying? So what happened was the beat was finished, everything was done. I sent him the beat.
Okay.
Then I got in contact with Raekwon's artist, Caesar and Reason from the Cartel.
Right.
So we had the verses from them two, getting ready to line them up and everything. So through the DMs, all of us connected together.
Okay.
We talking, I got all the messages. We talking verbally though. You know how you hold the mic down?
Right.
We verbally. So Doe like, yo, I got my verse, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So long story short, Doe about to do the verse. Of course he passed it. He about to do the verse. Right there he passed away. So now what we did was we put Caesar first, Reason second, and then at the end, for Tiebreaker, to break the tie from them two rhyming, we gonna have Doe talking from the messages he left, saying, hey, I got my verse, it's fire, da-da-da-da-da, and then like right before it's time for him to rap, we gonna stop it. You see what I'm saying? And but I want to do it like that, just because I don't want. First of all, what he spit was crazy.
Oh.
Okay, but I don't. What I want to do is for my brother, I don't want to do the verse. I just want him to talk, because his voice, when he was talking to me in the DMs, meant more to me than the rap, because we didn't talk for so long.
And what's crazy is he was making a lot of those phone calls.
Yeah.
Like Doe and I always got along because, hell, we the same astrological sign. He crazy, I'm crazy.
Yeah, both of y'all crazy, man.
Yeah, we got along. That was family, but he was telling me what he was going through, and he made a lot of calls, and he cleaned up a lot of situations, and it kind of made me grow from what he was doing.
Yeah, there was a time, man, you couldn't have this conversation.
Nah. Nah.
They couldn't even put you and me in the room together.
Nah. But that was then. This is now.
That was it, man. You know what I'm saying?
We brand new at this.
Right.
But, it is what it is. But, we all here to show honor and keep giving that man his flowers. Not enough people gave him his flowers while he was here. So,
well, I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of it came from Doe was powerful. Doe was strong. Doe was tough mentally, and he'll tell your ass like it is, straight to your face. And I think a lot of people couldn't handle how he was. So when he spoke with thunder. I mean, that's just the truth, man. When Doe's speaking to a microphone, you're like, damn, who that? His voice just carried. So a lot of people couldn't deal with him as a person. So they just didn't talk to him or just didn't want to be around him. But you can't get mad at a person like that for being so, strong. It's bullheaded. He's strong. I bet you one thing, he would never let nobody bring him down.
oh, hell no.
Hell nah. And I seen him going through it.
Oh,
I seen him
I
going
got the
through
phone calls where he just
Yeah.
be like, bruh, I got to talk to somebody. I got to get this off my chest. And I
Yeah.
would be like, go ahead, bruh. And he would just, And I'm like, damn, I feel like I'd have been in a 12-round fight with Tyson.
But see, one thing about Doe, man, like, Kali was, he was just funny, man. Funny. Make you laugh. But he won't
Yeah.
say nothing funny.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
just the way he bring it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
It's just the way he bring it. The last major show me and him did together, man, was in it was me, Ghostface, Ray, and Doe. And oh man, he brought out Nosh, the kid Nosh.
Yeah.
He had Nosh
Nice.
with him.
Shout out to Nosh.
Yeah, Nosh. How you said it?
Empire.
Yeah,
Nash Empire. I don't know. Nash Empire.
He had him with him.
Yeah.
And Black Zeke. And
Zeke's a beast.
Zeke is like, that's next level. Zeke is next level. You know what I'm saying?
I wish Zeke would hurry up and fucking realize it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole
Yeah.
different. I can't even talk about it, but
Smack the shit out of Zeke every time I see you.
yeah, I want to kill him. But we was in Berkeley,
Okay.
and that was the last major show that me and Doe did. I believe it was in 19, and that was actually the last time we talked too. He came, and I mean the electricity from that show was ridiculous because he went on before Ghost and Ray.
Mm-hmm.
So he had, I would say, 1,500 people just bouncing because he would do this thing he'd put his foot on the speaker,
Yep.
and do that bounce thing.
That was his move.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So he doing that thing, and the crowd just bounce. And I'm just, at the time I didn't know that was my last show with Kahali because if I had known it, I would tell him I would have did something extra. You know what I'm saying? I'd have did something even more for him. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know.
Well, I mean, even though he's gone, we can still do more. And that's what we're doing. Because never did I know or even think that DJ Symphony was going to produce an album.
Yeah.
But before we even go there,
Yeah.
you was here, see each other, we disappear.
Yeah, you just
We see each other some months later,
Yep.
we disappear again.
disappear again.
Didn't see you for a while. Next time I saw you was a goddamn picture of you
Right.
getting ready to do a tour with Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
How? Cause see, that's one of the spots where we fell off.
In the middle of that.
How did you work your way? Cause boy, you used to work your way in some shit. Like you.
Yeah, they would always ask you, how the fuck you even get in here?
How the fuck did you? Damn.
Yeah, I'm a New York dude. So
How did you slide into being the official DJ?
with them? Well, okay. It all started. You gotta remember, this is why me and Kahali were so close because it started from Kahali.
That's what I figured. But he gave me. He would. Doe.
No, it's
Doe ain't gonna give you the whole thing. He gonna give you the little
He
piece
get
of
a little
the
piece,
part.
but he get like I say, it's funny as he'll make you laugh because he'll throw some shit out there. But it started from Doe Rock. It started everything that happened with Wu-Tang would not happen without Kahali. And I always showed him love. Like, listen, like every time, no matter what we had, we both had a mutual understanding that, good looking. You know what I'm saying? When lights, camera, action going, we on stage together, we killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Business is business.
Business is business because it was just the appreciation from him. So what happened was, I don't know if you met, Supreme. You
Yeah,
know Soup.
Supreme. Yeah, Soup. I know.
So Doe.
Bow down, Supreme. Like
Right.
I'd love to get Supreme out here to conversate with me.
That's how the whole thing. We can make it happen.
Oh.
But this how shit happened
Stop
though.
playing with me, Symphony.
No, words
Come on,
well.
don't
We
you
can
do
make that. Come on, man, make it happen. We was in Elk Grove, and I was in Greenhaven at the time, living in
Okay.
Green, and my man was in Elk Grove.
Okay.
Doe called me one day. He said, "Yo, come to the house." Right? I'm saying, "For what?" You know, he said, "I got a 12-pack." Way to get me over there back then.
Liquid enhancement.
Say you got some beer. I'm there. So he said, "I got a 12-pack, come through," but he didn't tell me who was over there. So when I get over there, he introduced me to Supreme. He said, "Yo, both of y'all from New York or whatever," and you know, I was claiming Jersey, New York / So Supreme was like, "Where you from?" So I said, "Jersey." He said, "Whatever." But he never told me who he was. He just said, "This Supreme." I guess they was trying to see if I was gonna front him or act funny or something, but I didn't. So I just said, "All right, cool." And probably about a month go by. Doe gets booked for Rock the Bells.
Right.
Remember they used to have Rock the Bells and
Remember?
yeah,
Man.
I know you was down there. So the shit kicks in, Rock the Bells kick in, and they take me down there, right? They still ain't telling me shit. I'm supposed to be performing with Doe, just Doe, right? So they get me down there, and so we get in the car. Supreme said, "Yeah, I hear him say something about Wu-Tang." I'm like, "What?" Yes, he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, we gonna go back here backstage with Wu-Tang." So I'm like,
Stop fucking
"Hey,
with
nigga,
me.
stop playing, man! Like, get the fuck out of here, right?" But lo and behold, I get in the back, it's them, right? So I'm just like trying to play it cool and shit.
But in the back of your head, you like a little kid and the kid, "Oh my God, Wu-Tang." Yeah, nigga.
But look though, but I didn't get on that day.
Okay.
That was the introduction from Doe to Supreme
To the whole clan.
to the whole clan. I'm Raekwon's original
Right.
DJ.
Right.
That came about from Supreme 2. They did a show at the Key Club with Bobby Brown and Warren G. I had a CD printing business. It called
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah, you was a man of many hustles, bro.
Man,
Yeah, I remember that.
I get it.
Yeah.
But you know, I was doing that, and Ray needed CDs. So I drove CDs from here to LA in a day. He needed 1,000 CDs. I printed that shit in a day, man. Don't even ask me how I did it. It was the will of God.
You had to.
But something said, this is when we was using the instant replay.
Right. Okay.
Remember those machines?
Yeah.
Something said, put your equipment in the car. And I just, Shadow, don't even ask me why. It just said, something said, put it in the car. Ray ended up firing his DJ, and that the same day that I got there, he fired his DJ. I don't know what he did, but he got fired that day. They said, we need a DJ right now. True story on everything. We need a DJ right now. Supreme said, yo, you ready? I'm like, what? He like, you ready? He's like, yo, if you do a good job, you in there. Yo, they showed me how to use that motherfucking machine one time.
It's all the heads.
Yo.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I got this correct. I do a good job. I'm in.
I'm in?
Nigga, I'm doing this.
Wu-Tang
Let's
niggas?
go.
Yo, I got the shit right. We was at the Bobby with the Bobby Brown shit. I did the Bobby Brown shit, Warren G and Raekwon. It's on YouTube right now. It's my first show ever. And I probably was in 07, 08 something. But I ended up killing it, and I signed a deal with Ray. I signed a deal with Ray probably maybe a week later.
That was with Ray as a clan, or was that him as Ice Water?
That was him as Ice Water because he did the Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang, and he did Cuban Links too, and I was with him for both albums.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then I ended up with Ghost. You know, there was me and Ghost, and Ray. Sometimes me, Ghost, Ray, Capadonna, Meth, you know. And then so the last person I ended up with that I love, you know, once me and Jizza met each other in 2010.
Okay.
Once me and him shook hands, it was over. Because we got the same exact personality. We like the same things, you know what I'm saying? We like to travel and just have fun. Instead of him flying, he loved to drive, see the countryside, and I like that kind of stuff. You know, listen to jazz, whatever we listen to, watch the trees go by and talk, you know.
On some square shit, I get it.
Right. I love that kind of shit, man. But, you know, so 2010 was when I got with Just, and it's fucking history. You know what I'm saying? I done did, in that 12, 13 years, I did probably, man, at least 25 world tours. World tours, not just here. I'm talking Germany, Sweden, Spain, Paris, Russia, China, Japan, Korea. You know, I did Bali last year, Bali and Singapore, back to back. You know, I was never here, and when the COVID kicked in, I was so mad because I was in Germany when that happened.
Damn. Okay, so you went from club owners hating on you, not letting you get in.
You remember them days?
Oh, bro, I used to argue with half the club owners like, y'all don't understand. He's really going to do a great job. I'm willing to put my job on it. Nah, Shadow, we can't do it.
Shadow, you know what? I'm glad we having this interview because I've been in Cali now, back and forth, maybe 16 years.
Just about.
Just about 16.
Got to be at least 16.
At least 16, because my baby's 13. You know what I'm saying? So I've been here about 16 years. So you know when we was rolling back then, and I used to watch you guys at 815L and 10L and all of those clubs, even that one that used to be down in Davis.
The Grad.
The Grad, remember the Grad? That was banging. That's the one had that on lock.
Yep.
But I never understood why I wasn't liked. I thought it was because I was too fast, you know, maybe because I had an accent from the city.
I'll tell you, go ahead.
I always wanted to ask somebody that was into what we was doing, how come I wasn't liked in Sacramento? I was fucking a lot of women, yeah, I'll give you that. Maybe that was, I don't know.
Hey, bro, don't let that be the reason, because
I don't know. I was smashing a lot of chicks out here, so I always thought that, but maybe I was fucking smart.
It was the simple fact was you were good, and you knew you were good. What a lot of the club owners wanted out here was a cat who was kind of like nervous and shook, because Tosh went through the same thing, and Tosh has been DJing here for years.
Yeah, but look,
they didn't.
My bad, I almost said something on the show, but
Tosh is a whole different beast.
Right.
Tosh is a real laid back, humble, quiet fellow.
You know, my first mixtape album was with him.
Yeah, I know. But you was like, look, you need to put me in your club. I'm the tightest DJ here. I'm gonna have the club bouncing. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that. And to most of the club owners, you was too cocky.
Well, I got banned. From 815L for some reason, but I knew who it was because of.
Okay, then you know.
At the fucking time, like I was so mad at this dude. You know,
say it, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I can't because I practice Islam. You know, I can't do it. I want to so bad, but at the time of my life, Shadow, like at the time when I was on 103, no, I was on 102. When I was on 102, I got hated on so fucking bad. I couldn't understand. I was the best DJ they had up there, like as far as like scratching and having fun and blending. And all right, you know what a ready-made mix is.
Yep.
These guys used to have the record already.
Break records.
Right. I was doing it
You are
live.
not mixing if you use a break record.
I was mixing.
And the guy who is over it, see, I like him because he's a good person. So I'm not going to put it on blast.
You talking about B, right?
I'm not going to put it on blast. But when our break record a whole hour, like, you ain't mixing. You just not.
I was actually putting the shit together.
Bro, you was mixing.
I was taking acapellas and putting them.
You were mixing, you weren't train wrecking.
They used to get mad at me.
They got mad at you because you were better than them. And they had seniority, so they were able to slide in some people's office and say, yeah.
All right, Shadow, I'm telling you, I'm glad you're giving me a little bit of clarity on.
Sacramento has always been a big-ass bucket of crabs.
Well, they pull the guy down.
We keep pulling everybody down. Now, every now and then we'll get a cat who will crawl to the top, and he'll fall over, and he'll keep it running. And then people get mad at that person because they didn't jump back into the bucket. Now, your whole issue, which is way different now, when you walked up to the door with confidence.
Right.
Shoulders back, your head was up. You knew you was good. They saw that shit and it was intimidating, especially the DJs. Especially the 815.
I don't know.
They were trash.
We had a clan of DJs.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was me, Alvin D before he left.
Yep.
Man, Ray the Barber. I miss him.
Oh, Alaska, still doing mixes for me.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Ray. I talked to Ray 2 days ago.
That out of everybody I met in Sacramento as far as the DJs.
Love
Ray
that
the
nigga.
Barber.
That's
listen,
cousin. Love cousin.
I love him to death.
Love cousin.
Like, if he walked in that door right now, yo, it'd be crazy.
Oh, this would be a whole different kind of interview.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then we had Craig G.
Yep.
Jalil.
Yep.
And your man Lace before he left.
Yep.
Knuckles was in and out, but me and Knuckles never really got close because he was always down with 106 in the Bay Area. So I knew him, but
Knuckles had the same problem here because Knuckles was real confident in his
but
mix.
But he's good though. Knuckles is good.
Knuckles is great.
Yeah,
and I've seen Knuckles come from When I first met Knuckles, he was mixing. I was like, this boy can't mix.
Yeah, Knuckles can mix, man.
But now, when he advanced and he kept going and kept pushing it,
Yeah.
oh, his mixing, his business aspect of the game is tremendous.
I think the best DJ I've ever seen in Sacramento, hands down, Alvin D. Alvin D was raw.
Alvin was dope.
He was dope.
Alvin was dope. He's in Atlanta.
You know
Beating
who else
beating
was
it up.
raw as fuck?
Who?
Mixler.
Mix was more of a
Talker.
yeah.
Mixler. He was a talker.
Oh, he loved
He was
talking.
a talker.
Oh my god.
He was a talker, bro. But the talking shit back then worked.
Worked.
Yeah.
It definitely worked.
Probably couldn't do it now.
Nah, but he's still mixing though. Well, when the pandemic was on, he was still doing clubs.
Oh, I don't know.
Mixing, I fell out at one point in time.
To touch back what you said, Shadow. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead, man.
But you know, when we talk, because I'm still, I ain't sour, but I'm still a little pissed off from getting fired off of 102.5 because they never really gave me a full explanation for why they fired me. They told me, I'm too. When they fired me, man, they said I'm too. You're not ready for radio. You too urban, type shit. And I said, well, I was like, you know, I didn't get mad because I already knew that I was good enough to get a job somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like they was gonna shut me all the way down because as soon as they fired me, I ended up fucking just DJing mad parties all over the fucking place. They couldn't stop me.
Right.
You know, the white dude, I'm not gonna say his name on your show, but there's a white DJ on 102.5 who couldn't stand me. This guy was a fucking prick. And if I could have put my fist to his face, I would have. But my brother was like, "Nah, I don't fucking beat the shit out of him." So I left him alone. I ain't say nothing to him. But he was one of the other ones. I went to the club one night. He got me banned from another club. I said, "Yo, you one of the fucking most hatingest ass motherfuckers." But you know, I'm glad you kind of cleared that up because I had no clue why the fuck people didn't like me.
And they would always ask me, "What's your man like?"
You dickhead.
My man right there.
What you tell him? I'm an ass.
He an asshole, but he got quality. You gotta
Right.
follow him.
Right. Right.
He's doing. I used to tell him he's doing better than this motherfucker upstairs.
yeah,
If
exactly.
you want to keep it real, he better than this motherfucker you upstairs paying pennies on a dollar.
Yeah, so why
Giving him
not?
$20 in a bottle to sit in the booth, and he train wrecking all night long.
Yo,
He
that
better
shit,
than this shit.
That shit really the motherfucker, man. You drop bomb with that.
But my whole thing was like, why are y'all hating on this man so bad? Because you making it seem like I'm the one because I'm going from the door
I know
to the
it wasn't you.
owner,
I know
and
it
then to
wasn't
the
you.
owner back to you, and I'm like, y'all making
What
it look
club
like
we
it's
work
me.
together?
Oh my God, we worked Zoku.
Which
we
one
worked
was Zoku?
419 Street. That was Al. We did
Oh, the
that
Chinese
one.
spot
Yep,
downstairs.
Chinese spot. We did that one. We did.
I think we did a Hard Rock before.
We did Hard Rock back in the day because I threw a couple after parties for House of Souls, and you came in and mixed right when you got in. You came and mixed one night with me at a Doug Banks after party.
Where's that at?
That was at the Hard Rock.
DJ Reese Brown.
Reese was across the street of Ricky's.
Okay.
Pissed off because he was doing his Dougie over at the club at Ricky's.
What was the guy name you did it for?
Me, but it was
Nah,
Doug
but-
Banks.
Who that? That's
That was the big. He had a morning show. Cross
Oh!
country.
Wow.
Doug Banks in the morning.
Hard Rock had the shit with the stairs and the ledges, the
Yes.
walkways.
Yeah,
I DJ don't. When you come in, you make a right, like immediate
Yep.
right. You go up.
go up. Yeah, that was it. So you did that, but I kept saying like, y'all need to go ahead and just give him a break and test him. He'll come in and mix for free one night just to prove himself.
Facts. That's
I'm
what's
like,
up.
just let that motherfucker go sit down and put him in the mix for a free night. And they just, well, he seemed like he's a little.
Yeah, but I never. But you know what? See, you tell I get mad because
Yeah,
I never
you
had it.
definitely
Man, because I never had an empty dance floor.
Ever.
Never. I don't give a fuck where we was at. I have it rocking, man. Because that's what I was put on earth to do.
But what's crazy is you coming from the East all the way over here to the West Coast, that's what made you, to me, that's what made you like one of the better DJs that was in the area because
Different.
I was hearing East Coast shit from you mixing
me.
that I didn't normally hear.
Yeah, that you
and I
didn't
was
hear.
like, I didn't even, that's what kind of put me back on the East Coast thing because, I was West Coast and down South. East Coast, I'm like, I'm tired of hearing that same shit. But you was playing that underground shit. I'm like, I used to go to Simp, who the hell is this you playing right now, bro?
I remember you
this.
said, I heard you say that.
I'm like, what the hell
Like,
is
what the fuck
going
is
on?
this?
Like, what the fuck is this you playing?
I heard you say that shit before.
So it was cool getting that actual perspective of the hot shit back east mixed together with the hot shit that was out here on the west.
Wait, one thing I did too, in 06, this is when Fandangos used to be open.
Oh God.
Too Short used to come through there
Yes,
all the time. The comedians, the comedy shows.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about what I used to do in Sacramento was when I first came to Cali, mixtapes wasn't fucking around out here. Like they didn't have them. So I was in Arden Mall. I was making mixtapes. That I put Tosh on to mixtapes. I taught him how to make them, but not then I taught him, his career. That he already had that going on because he was on the radio.
Yeah.
But he didn't know how to make a mixtape.
Okay.
So what he did was he gave me his songs and all the shit, and then I put it together.
Okay.
And put it on and made an album from it called I think it was called Real Hip Hop the Album or some shit. Had me on the cover. He did 650 songs. I did 50 songs. You ever seen that album?
I never seen it, but I do remember he was talking about
when
it.
I first came to Cali, I did a mixtape album with him.
Yeah, because you and your brother was coming down to the station on J Street, parked with that Explorer on the front. Yeah, y'all was always talking about it. I'm like, nigga, why don't you just have him come up? Because our owner was crazy. Our owner was crazy. You couldn't just if you didn't have no business being in that station, don't bring your ass to the station.
That was another thing that was one of the things that put me ahead of the game as a DJ in Sac at the time was I was doing mixtapes, and not only was I doing mixtapes, but I had a machine that nobody really had at the time out here. I had brought it from New York. It was called It was a fucking, I forgot, man. It was like a 16 or 32 something track, but I knew how to freak it to make it unlimited tracks, right?
Okay.
It was this button you take out or whatever. You have unlimited tracks. I had mixtapes. I think it was CDs at the time, maybe.
Yeah, it was CDs at the time.
100 fucking tracks on it.
What?
No shit. Ask anybody I know that got my mixtapes. 100 tracks, and we used to go to Arden Mall and all that and sell the shit for $25 to people. That's how I got my weight up out here. You see what I'm saying? So it was like 100 songs. I said, yeah, it's got 100 songs on it. So they'll put it in a CD deck. Shit come on the CDs, 100. They'll buy that motherfucker $25.
Okay, then that explains why other mixes. Because I was like, how the fuck are you getting so many songs on that CD?
You gotta do the math. You see, the mathematics of a CD back then was no longer than 80 minutes. Right. So if you put 1 minute per joint or 30 seconds of a mix, you go right into the next one. Now you got 100 records.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Okay,
yeah.
So when they put it in the deck,
it registered.
It registered 100, but it's 30 seconds, motherfucker.
you got 100 songs.
but it's 30 seconds apiece. But that's how I got hot as a DJ in Sacramento was I had 100. That's when I was rocking with my man that had the B&B clothing. Calvin. I was making all the mixtapes for the clothing store.
That's right. I was sponsored by Calvin for a while.
Get out of here.
Oh, I used to have everything.
Cal had it going on.
I was the first person in Sacramento to have the Negro League jacket, the clowns. Yeah. First person to ever have anything like that in the city.
I think who put me on game the most in Sacramento was a girl. Her name was Flo Real. You remember Flo Real? She was she was kind of on the bigger side. You feel me? But really pretty girl. She do poetry nights. She used to do poetry nights over there in the Arden area. I forgot the name of the club, but she was with a girl named Miss Ashley.
It was the Zebra Club. Shout out Howard Story. He was throwing the poetry.
Howard and them.
Talk Back Tuesdays.
I
know my shit. Stuff like
that. Talk Back Tuesday. Flo Real put me on. So she calmed me down. Her and Jalil. Okay. Because Jalil was getting word too. You know, he from the city. Mm-hmm. I'm from the city. So he pulled me to the side with. He said, Symph. He said, yo, you're a good DJ. You're a good DJ. You do your numbers. But he said, out here, you gotta slow down. And I understand him at first, right? Yeah. You know, you drinking,
he was right.
Whatever.
He was right.
I give it a year later, it hit me in the head again. I said, he right. You know, you got to.
But that was the only thing because they weren't used to. I've been to New York twice in my life, and they were at perfect times for me to go back to New York because every time I would go out there and come back, I would take my company to 3, 4, 5 different levels because the hustle in New York
is phenomenal.
There's no hustle on the planet just like it.
No, it never will be.
Ever.
Not like that.
I would come back and go ape shit crazy with ideas because you had to.
But that's how you eat.
Man, so
You
I was
know what I'm
like,
saying?
so.
But I thought, I'm gonna be honest, I thought Sacramento, at the time when I first came, I thought Sacramento would have been like home. You know, because I don't, what the fuck do I know? That's like me taking you to Canada and say, hey man, get out there and make it. You know, you gonna bump your head hella times before you figure out what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
So I thought when I got up the flight, I thought that having that fast pace, you know, I gotta get it there, I thought that's what it was. But California's different.
Way different.
Yeah.
We slow down here.
Yeah.
We about our hustle, don't get it twisted, but we a lot slower. Now we ain't as slow as the South, but the South gets on because they're so connected with each other. They get along with each other. There's nothing else down there but the South.
Real talk.
Here we slow with our hustle. In New York, if you ain't got your head down and moving forward, you get knocked the fuck off.
Yeah, they knock you to the side.
So it's a whole different thing. And club owners out here and the promoters wasn't ready for that because promoters were hating because you knew what you was worth.
Yeah, but it's not right though.
Oh, bruh.
You see what I'm saying?
I still run my DJ pool.
It's
I
not
still
right,
run my
bro.
DJ pool. And I'm telling you right now, live, if you hire one of my DJs, it's $100 to $150 an hour.
Right.
We had cats who would literally go into the club and say, look, you can pay me $50 and give me a bottle.
I'll be
and
honest.
I'll DJ for you.
Maybe word was getting around at the time that I was outspoken about pricing. Because motherfuckers would try to hire me or hire people I knew for $50. And I used to always bark, like, listen, I'm not coming in here for no $50. And then I started spreading the word around, like, yo, fuck that. We trying to get paid, right? So I mean, that could have been I was a loudmouth. It's a lot of shit. Like, first of all, on your podcast, I just want to say this. First of all, I appreciate you for having me here. I really do.
Bro, I've been trying to get you here for a while.
Right, but this
As soon as your ass, I told you, as soon as you get back to the stage, bro, I need you to come sit down.
But just on some grown man shit. At the time in my life when we was coming up back then, I was in my fucking late 20s going into 30s. What the fuck did we know? You know what I mean?
Anything.
Nothing. You just know girls and drinking and whatever. Next day, same shit. So, you know, if I did anything that offended you
I don't
or
carry that like that,
fucked your
bro.
money up, or I apologize from the bottom of my heart, just because as a Muslim, I just feel like an apology is worth me not saying, you know, because if I don't say it, then I'm gonna regret leaving this interview without apologizing to your face and saying, man, if I fucked something
It was never a
up,
time like that, but as a man, I accept your apology.
Yeah.
And if I ever rubbed you a wrong way or some shit,
yeah.
I apologize for that because that wasn't my
Man, we
intention.
was young, man.
Yeah, we was young.
Only
guys.
thing you used to get on my goddamn nerves because you had the door. you had the man. You know, I was fucking with at that time. Not now. I had a lot of girls. You know what I'm saying? So half of my chicks couldn't get in, but you didn't know. You didn't know. You just was like, fuck that. No ID. Hell no. You can't get in. But sometimes I'd be like, damn, Shadow. You know, I think you turned me away maybe one time. Maybe one time. Not a lot. Maybe one time I probably had a hat on
That would have been the only reason. That would have been only a few clubs.
But you turned a lot of my friends away.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah, you turned a lot of my friends fucking hated you.
Hey, them friends won't pay my goddamn bills.
Hey,
And
they
I was-
wasn't paying that motherfucking spud.
And I was getting my bag back then.
But who's not hated as a doorman?
Yeah, but see, my whole thing as a doorman, if you knew I was at the door, or you knew that was going to be the spot in 2-3 weeks,
That's real.
you
You
knew.
and Dre had shit on.
Oh yeah, if I was at the door, 3 weeks, that was the hottest shit in the city.
It was popping.
Niggas was driving by, Shadow, baby, you here now?
Did we work
Yeah.
together at 103? 102?
No, not 102. I never won at 102. That,
think-
102 is never. 102 would have never ever gave me the opportunity that I had at 103.
Well, you must have been on 103 when I was on 102.
Yeah,
Same time.
you got there.
05 maybe?
Nope. It had to be like
03, 04.
03, 04. Because I left 103 in 04, November 04.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, we've been knowing each other long.
Long ass time, many moons. But the whole thing was certain cats across the street at 102 made it a personal issue between two stations in the same city, like we had Crips and Bloods going on. And I was like, you do realize we in the same
city. We got to see each other.
And y'all ain't really playing what we playing, so sit in your little corner and push your little line. We gonna push our little line because We didn't deal with El Dorado Hills and Roseville unless they wanted to be us.
Yeah, man.
I was in the hood with the van and the Escalade, giving out product and all that.
Well, I don't know, man. I be wanting to go back sometimes and change shit, you know, because if we just imagine with all the power that we were sitting on back then, if we would have created an alliance. Can you imagine where the fuck we'd be at today, man? We'd be out of here.
We'd be competing with major cities.
I can guarantee you, if we would have formed in, like all of us put together, Kahali, everybody, we would be death row status because everybody we knew had talent.
Yep. But unlike L.A., Texas, New York, and Atlanta, everybody wanted to give the impression like they wanted to work with each other, but behind closed doors, I ain't working with
shit.
I'm working with that motherfucker. Fuck you.
I don't get it, man. I mean, like I said, when you young like that, you think you got all the time in the world. Like, you know, me in my 40s now.
That clock ticks fast, and it gets faster.
Everything hurts right now. When I wake up in the morning, man, it takes me at least 6 minutes to stand up. Dead ass, man. If I'm late for something, fuck it. I'm just late. I ain't standing up right away.
Oh, man.
I gotta lay there, bro. I literally have to lay there, put my glasses on, get on my phone for a second. This is all before I take a piss, man. Everything hurts.
Okay.
I'm just keeping it 100, man.
Okay, so what's gonna happen when we get fully off restriction and we able to get back to work? You gonna be this way when you going overseas? Are you gonna go back to overseas? Because right now you kind of on the bubble of either you gonna fall this way and retire and think about the good old days, or you gonna fall this way, stretch a little bit, put on some Bengay, and keep it pushing. Get some Shaq patches on your back and some shit.
Well, right now, honestly, today, I don't want to DJ no more. Sounds weird, sounds crazy.
It sounds hurtful. That hurts my heart.
I put everything up. All my equipment, everything is in storage. Like and I really put it. I got a lot of neck problems. See, a lot of people know about it because it happened as the injury happened as a DJ over time. I did so many parties in my life. This is God honest truth. I did so many parties and looking down. This is before computers where you could actually look up. We had to look down.
Right.
So my neck is permanently stuck in a down position.
Oh.
That's how many parties and shows I've done. So my neck, I have 6 vertebrae starting from the top to the middle. That's hanging on by threads. It's called degenerative disc disease, and the bones in my neck is deteriorating. It's irreversible. So it's painful for me to sit here regular like this. I'm in a lot of pain. You know, so most of the time I'm home like this with my head down, or I'm just like laying on the couch with a pillow or something behind here because the vertebrae in my neck is dying because I've been doing this for so long that my neck has become that way. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You know, when I got diagnosed, you know, they did the MRI. The doctor said, man, how are you even like functioning on a daily with your neck looking like that? I said, yo, I'm in so much pain. I get a lot of pinched nerves. And when I get a pinched nerve, they last 14 weeks. So I'm on the couch or the bed for 14 weeks. Like I just had one September 5th. I put that one on the gram because that was the worst one I ever had. But I was down from September 5th all the way to Christmas. Couldn't move.
Damn, son.
So that's why in my house, I can't have turntables because it hurts. You know, it's like a boxer who loses a hand, man. Like I can't look at turntables. I gotta put them up, yeah, because if I look at them, I'm gonna fuck my neck up, man, because I'm gonna touch them. Either way.
You know, that kind of figured because you had your school.
Yeah, it's still there. We there. It's just there. It's COVID. It's COVID, man. I don't want to do nothing right now. Like, my neck is messed up, man. You know, I'm just being honest. My neck is done.
Now, with that being said, is that how you slid into the producing kind of thing? Or how did that happen?
I always produced. I did a track for Doe. You know, I'm on Doe's album, the 916 Unified.
Yeah.
I think it was called
I threw that goddamn release party.
Get out.
Man.
Yeah, we did a lot of shit together.
Yeah, it's Zoku, smack.
It's Zoku, yeah. I did 916. On that album, I did a track called California. California.
Yep.
I did that one. But I've always been making beats. Like I did some shit on with Raekwon. I did some shit with Capone Noriega. You know, I did a lot of records. But the one thing about me is I've never been a look at me guy. Like I never been the guy to say, I did this, yo, check this shit out.
Right.
I got so much shit in the vault, man. I don't know. I love music, but I think I'm one of them type of people. When I make the music, I don't care if you hear it or not, because it's for me. Shit don't make no sense, right? But it's
it actually does.
I'm just being honest, man.
It actually does.
Like I like to hear shit in my car. Like I just did a song with Pete Rock and Beanie Siegel called
Legends.
Yeah. Legends. This track is amazing. This is the first track I'm rapping on it. You know, I had Reason write me a rap. And I
didn't know Symphony could rap.
I can't rap for shit, but
you can read it though.
I can read it.
Practice.
Yeah, I practiced. I read it. Right.
Got it.
And I went in the studio. They put the effects and chopping it and stuff, and it's dope as fuck. Like, but no, I won't release it because I hear it in my car.
Hey man, I'm gonna need that track.
I won't put it out. I'll let you hear it.
Don't have me call the little one to set you up, bruh.
I'll let you hear it.
I offered the little one some shoes, some candy, a little bit of money. I had you in a dark alley somewhere giving up that music.
Nah, man. I just you know the track that I did with him. You know, it's called
Hey, people asking about you just, bruh. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna need that track.
It's called Dangerous Vibe.
I'm gonna need that track.
It's on my Instagram. The beat is.
No, I'm gonna need that track.
I'm gonna let you hear it. But
No, not hear it. I'm gonna need that track.
Nah, but when I was making it,
Symphony.
I can't give it to you.
I'm gonna need that track, bruh.
When I was making that motherfucker, right? I'm like, I get.
Don't worry about it. Hot-radio.com. You gonna hear that track here? I guarantee.
Yeah, he'll get it, but it won't be right now because I'm still, like I said, when I make. All right, I have 2 more singles.
We gonna get that track.
I got 2.
I'm letting it be known right now, man. You hear me, bruh?
I got 2 more singles. I sent you 2 of them.
Yeah.
The first one was with Raekwon's Artist Caesar and Sadat X from Brand Nubian. That was the anti-mumble rap. Now that came about when everybody was just doing that shit, you know, and that was towards a lot of that was towards when my health started going kapooey, right?
Okay.
So I was already frustrated, and then I'm like playing bullshit music, so I just decided to make that record with Brand Nubian and my man anti-mumble rap. Now that song is dangerous. That's when I hear that shit bangs. So my next track I put out after that is with J. Rue the Damager, the Beat Nuts, Psycho Les, and Sadat X from Brand Nubian. That one was called Real Hip Hop. Prodigy is in that one too. Real Hip Hop. So I put that one. I'm shooting a video for that one right now. Yeah, I'm shooting a video. I'm gonna shoot it in probably the barbershop or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got all their footage back. They just waiting on me to get it. But some days my neck hurts so bad. That shit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're still being a genius in your craft.
I'm trying, man. I just don't like it no more.
Yeah.
I ain't feeling it no more. Everybody think I'm fucking losing my mind, but I'm really not, man. I've been DJing since I was 9. I'm 44.
That's a hard, long road.
Yeah, so you just heard what I just said, right?
Yeah.
I've been mixing since I was 9. I'm 44.
Damn.
So when somebody say to me, go DJ, man, get the fuck out. Hell no. I ain't DJing shit. You see what I'm saying? I like to watch the boys get on now. You know, I like to see a new DJ get up there and tear it down because I know how he feel in his heart. He feel like I'm hungry. I'm trying to, you know. So it's like for me, I just don't. Instead of me disrespecting the crowd, I just don't want to do it no more. Cause I could easily get on that shit right now, Tim. I'll leave up by the head. Them motherfuckers be smoking.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see why he would walk up to the club door and the owner would be like, nah, shut up.
We not fucking with him?
Nah, shut up. We ain't doing that right now.
Yo.
And I'll be like, fuck.
Yes.
Nigga can't walk up and shut up for
Yo,
shit.
It was, but you know, that shit, it was my mouth, man. Now, now that you giving it to me raw and telling me the truth like that, you know, I can honestly say it was my problem. That was my problem. It was my mouth. It was the fact that I was a DJ and I thought I was supposed to get into everything. Instead of being respectful and walking, hey, how you guys doing tonight? You know, getting in regular, I got to be all extra with it. And then, you know, don't forget it. If I got a girl or two with me, forget it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't hear nothing.
Beyond.
I'm out of here.
Because sometimes I would say something, you would just ignore me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because I'm with a broad. You know, like
you ignore me one more time, but you ain't gonna never DJ with them wrists again.
right. But you know, but again, you know, that stuff like that, I'm really embarrassed about actually.
Bruh, there's no reason to be embarrassed by the shit that we went through and did because it made us who we are today.
That's true.
And we have done and accomplished some things that other cats back then, now, and in the future dream about. We broke a lot of shit out here.
We broke a lot. You know
We
what?
did
Y'all broke a lot.
Bruh, you went overseas with one of the strongest, baddest groups hip hop has ever seen, and you still rocking with them.
Yeah, but you did something I can never say I did. You had the respect of the people. You see what I'm saying? I didn't have the respect of my you had the respect of your hood. You had the respect of your company that you was doing. You had the respect of the radio station. I never had that. To this day, I've never had that in this area.
I ain't never gone to Germany.
Yeah, that's cool and everything, but it's nothing like coming back home and being able to come back to Sacramento and still be able to do what you do. Like I probably could come out here and do a party, but I refuse. I don't want to, but I probably could, but I don't want to. But it still wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, because the last thing you did out here was a show at Harlow's with Doe. His retirement party.
I remember doing something with him. I just don't know. What
That was the retirement party where he thought he was going to do this last show, and he said, I'm done with the game. And I was like, nah, bro, that bug is going to bite you.
How long
The
was that?
night that he did the performance, because the flyer he had...
Symphony, can you get my soda?
The night that he did, we did the flyer, he was wearing a Michigan hat. And he wore the same hat during the show.
During the show? Thank you.
And he was like, he's done. He's retiring. This is going to be a wrap for him. And I was like, bro, first of all, I'm not going to let that happen. Second of all, you ain't going to be able to stay away from it. The night that he walked out of Harlow's, went home, he wrote 5 songs.
Get out.
Wrote 5 songs.
That's the type of person he
I was like, bro, I told you.
But how long ago was that? That wasn't 19 or 18.
No, that was way before then. He did, because he had gone on tour with Wu and rocked some shows and came back and did something at Zoku.
At one time, Kahali felt like I feel right now.
No, it was worse.
He didn't want to do nothing. He didn't want to do
done.
it.
He was
Yeah,
done. He had the new Little Princess coming.
Mm-hmm.
He was done. He was done. And a lot of cats who are great here in this city have gone through that. Gibb is another one.
Oh, Gibb was
Bars. Still a
Light-skinned
beast.
kid.
Yeah, still a beast. But Sacramento it ruined it.
You know who
for
I
him.
liked out of here? I like Bueno.
Bueno's still a beast
I
here.
love Bueno's music, man. Like, you know, it was just something about that kid when he rapped. I just felt it. I felt this shit, you know?
But being here, and the best way to explain it is because I've seen Doe on that last tour with Wu. Doe's performing before 5,000,
What was
7,000.
this one?
I can't even remember where it was, but he was doing,
He was doing that
and the whole
bounce,
crowd in
man.
the city that he ain't never been in
Bouncing.
rocking with him.
Yeah, I love when he did
And
that.
then he came
That's
home
my
and did
favorite
a
part of the
show inside of Harlow's and couldn't feel it because motherfuckers was trying to get free tickets.
I remember that. Was I there?
Yeah.
I remember that night now. He was
Couldn't-
pissed. He was upset.
Hot.
He was hot. He was upset.
How do I
People
go
wouldn't pay.
out
They
of-
kept asking him to get in.
How do I go out of town to people who have never heard me and going wave with me, and I come home because everybody's shooting me the congratulations and good luck and oh, you're looking great while I'm on the road with social media and get home, and we couldn't put 150 people in a building?
It's always like that.
So yeah, Sacramento does that to you. Now, if he'd have been from the Bay Area, it wouldn't have been enough room in the goddamn club.
But he was, Dory Rock he was just too good.
Yeah, he was. And
You gotta understand. He's like
He's got 3 albums.
He's like the Michael Jordan of the shit, right?
He's got 3 albums that ain't nobody heard yet.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh man, the one he did before he died was 2 records he did that was retarded, man. He did one where he said his kids are kings and queens.
Yep.
He did a video, right?
Yep.
And the second one was the one he did in the car.
We get.
Gatlin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that last one.
Drive slow. Drive slow is a beast,
Yo, when I heard drive slow,
bruh.
I
He
think
was on a whole nother level.
I think that was the one that made me cry.
He was on a whole nother level.
I had to pull over. He died, and I heard drive slow after his death. Bruh, I was driving,
Bruh.
and I had to pull over.
We played Drive Slow at the review at the reviewing of the mural. It couldn't have been a dry in the whole parking lot,
I was there.
bruh. It was horrible.
I remember.
I
couldn't stay
It
out
was
there that long.
horrible. It hurt me to my soul.
Yeah,
But-
Doe is one of them dudes. He's like Doe, man. Doe one of them dudes where, if you put 1,500 people in a room, you say, find me the just the most unique person in here. You wouldn't even have to look long. You just look and see his fucking head and be like, that cat right there.
Mhm.
Drink his beer different.
Oh yeah.
You go to the club, that motherfucker, instead of a bottle, he want a can or something. And you gonna drink a can of beer?
That was
Fuck
dope.
that, yeah, or just everything about the man was different. He smoked his weed different.
He would have to come
all
to the
that
club
shit.
with 2 or 3 hats because during his performance,
He had to
that
switch his
hat
shit.
was fucked. Oh,
Sweating like a fucking hog.
Joey never had the same hats because if he rocked the show in one, that hat was a wrap at the end of the show. There was no reason or even worth the effort to go home and try and fix it. It was fucked.
He was with Rock Downtown at Chanel somewhere around the corner. They was downtown on that. What's that called? Osac.
Osac?
Yeah, I think she fell. She fell down there. Right? They think it was his anniversary.
No, they were on K Street.
K
and
Street.
she
That
fell.
case she fell.
Yep.
Yeah. But the way he laughed in that video, I watched that.
Out of breath. He was out of breath.
Sometimes I go back and I watch it just to remember him and his laugh. That man had one of the most unique laughs.
He was great.
He was great.
Hands down.
Yeah, he was great.
Hands down, great. Still
Yeah,
great.
He was a great dude.
If it's up to me, as long as the air flowing through my body, I'm never letting it go.
I went to his funeral. It was just a tough day, man. As Muslims, they wash the body and stuff. I didn't get to see that part. I didn't want to see it, of course, but we did the prayer, and it's different for Muslims. We don't get the casket. You know what I mean? We go straight into the earth when you pass. We only got a couple days to get you down in there too. So,
Right.
when they gotta lay you to rest, 3 people got to get in the dirt, and the other 3 are out the dirt or whatever. So I touched, picked him up from his right arm. Everybody had to get a limb, place his body. So to touch him like that for the last time, I would never forget the feeling, because I knew I was never going to touch my brother, shake his hand, or touch him ever again. So that day, with touching him and burying him, it was good, but at the same time, it was like, dang, I'll never see him again. But I knew he was at peace.
Yeah, that's definitely.
You see what I'm
He
saying?
was definitely at peace, and yeah.
He wasn't in pain. He wasn't, I'm
No
in
more
pain
pain.
every day, man. Sometimes when you're in pain, and young motherfuckers don't know nothing. She don't know nothing about none of that because they get a bruise and they get right up in me. Like the pain be so unbearable sometimes in the neck that I just be sitting there like.
Bring me something to eat and drink. I ain't moving no more today.
I be sitting there like, I don't drink. I quit drinking, so it's like I don't got that to do. I don't really do a lot of medication, but it's like when I'm in pain like that, I get so depressed because I'm like, now I know what it feels like when I used to look at other people in pain or with a sickness, and I took it for granted that I was on the healthy side.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now that I'm messed up, I be like telling her or whoever, chill, because one day you're going to be sitting on this side of the fence. But people don't think that.
No, hell no. But it comes and it knocks on the door.
Yeah.
I am here to whoop your ass.
Yeah. Yo, you and your upper, we the same age?
Yeah. Yeah, it's painful, bro. Some days. I remember running down the court,
Yeah, I used to play basketball, right?
flushing on cats,
Yeah.
falling, tumbling. I dislocated my shoulder dunking on a dude in junior college.
Came out the pocket?
Flushed on him, and the net wrapped around my finger.
Oh, man,
and
you got
I
hung?
swung and blah, blah, my shoulders popped out, and I'm hanging like a Christmas tree going to me. Dunked on dude. Everybody got the camera, but Everybody broke back, and I'm still hanging. My coach like, oh
Ah.
shit, time out. I'm literally hanging.
Ah.
I went to the locker room, cortisone shot, popped that motherfucker back in.
Popped it
I was
back
in this. I was in on second
Let that
half.
happen today.
Oh no.
Yeah.
First of all, I can't even get that high right now. I'm not running nowhere to dunk on nobody.
Well, the thing,
Not happening.
for the people watching the cast, I know you're gonna chop it all up. Hoping you get to this part.
No,
But
I'm putting this on here just like it is.
yeah, the people that's watching the cast are gonna watch it later. You know, I'm gonna throw a jewel for everybody. That goes to my seed over there on the phone, probably doing God knows what. But you know, the body is it's a sacred temple, right? We take advantage of it. A lot of people passing now. We lost Humpty Hump, DMX, and we
Rob.
lost Black Rob in a matter of a week, man.
Happens in threes.
The problem is a lot of us, like me, I'm gonna put it on myself instead of saying everybody else, but me, I've been jamming myself with poison probably since I was about 12. And I'm talking Black and Mouse to cigarettes, drinking, women, partying, up all night, eating bad, McDonald's, KF, you know? When you do the math on the human body versus how much you damaged it in 30 years, most of us won't make it to see 60, 65, 70 because our bodies are like car engines. If you got a car and you don't service that shit in 3 years, yo, you're going to be sitting on the side of the road. You're going to be trying to drive to LA, your shit going to be smoking.
Right.
It's the same thing with the human body. You can't keep putting poison into your system and expect for that engine to keep running at a high level. So we gotta, I think, honestly, as adults, now that we older with kids and shit, we gotta start teaching them, and not only that, we gotta start teaching ourselves how to eat and live better. Because if we don't, we're not gonna make it. This shit is fucking bad enough. We gotta dodge a virus.
Yeah, that part. I go get my second shot on Monday.
Oh, you got your shot.
Had to. Mom is high risk, and
I can't go anywhere until I fucking.
mom's high risk, and I'm a mama's boy. If you look in the dictionary, I'm leaving just the word mama's boy and say something, I might jump on you kind of shit. I ain't hugged my mama since March of last year.
Oh, no,
bro.
you got to do what you got to do.
I couldn't even. I had to air high five my mom on my birthday
No, you got to do what you got to do.
outside that damn house.
Well,
So,
it's
give me my
smart to
shot.
do it, but it's also genius to understand that we not promised tomorrow.
No, not at all.
I get a lot of friends I know that's 47, 48. I'm only 48. Fuck that got to do with anything. You see what I'm saying? What you mean you only when nobody's I can be driving, God forbid, home tonight. Boom! It's a fucking asshole drunk driver hit the side of my I'm dead. Like people don't understand how much time is valuable, and time is a deception in people's minds that we have. They think they got forever. No, you fucking really don't.
You're on the clock. As soon as you see the light, you on the clock.
Bro, as soon as you wake up, you on the clock.
Yep.
I think I read somewhere they said we dodge death at least 300 times a day and don't even know.
That sounds about right.
That sounds, bro, walking down the steps, you can fucking trip and fall. Yo, honestly, I fell down the steps the other day. On everything. About 3 in the morning. Coming down the steps, I had a fucking blanket wrapped around me. It was some little kid shit. Stepped on the end of the blanket. And the only thing saved me, Shadow, I was like 3 steps from the bottom. But I bust my ass those 3 steps. But if I would have stepped on that shit at step 2, it was over. I bust my ass though. I hit my fucking elbow on the thing. I was like, yo, like, it was like 3 in the morning. I was tired too, man. But fucking, imagine if I'd have caught that shit from the second step. I got about 14 steps. So I'd have bust my ass on 12 steps, man. But that's just how fast.
It can happen.
Yo.
I passed an accident that was already on the side of the road. I'm seeing the lights and shit from way back. And when I get close enough, somebody rubbernecking smacked into somebody else.
Oh, man.
And they had to go on the side of the road. Now, I'm 4 cars behind that accident. I'm like, I'm going to pay attention. Hands over here.
Yeah, you got to.
But, you know.
because death is lurking. Like, I hate to sound like a fucking party buzz or whatever, buzzkill. But what I'm trying to tell the people that's watching this shit is don't take it for granted. Every day, man, your life could change in a fucking instant. I know. Look at my wrist. My wrist was slit from there to there. That happened. I was at my mom's house one day. I was messing around with this girl. About 18 years old, I tried to lift her up and do some dumb shit, and we end up tumbling into my mother's glass table, and half the table came down and damn near killed me. I had 180 stitches from there to there.
Yeah.
Carotid artery right there. I could have died. You know what I'm saying? But that's how close shit can happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, talking about King Kahali's gone. I'm gonna miss him so much because I just want to hear him just laugh at me. Much as I used to fucking get mad at him for laughing at me, now I want him to tell a joke on me and laugh. Just to hear him, just to hear his ass laugh at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do that laugh, you know, put his head back and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know,
He
I
would
miss
give
that.
Full body laughs.
Hell yeah, man. And I'll drink your ass in a heartbeat.
Oh my god.
He can drink.
I never have, so I was cool. But I used to be like, "Hey, bro, you want to slow down? I'm good.
I'm straight.
You're not good. I'm not carrying your ass to the truck."
Best show I ever did with him was at with Scarface and E40, E40 cousin, Be Legit, Turf Talk. That's when Turf Talk was hot, man. And I think Federation Boys was there. Rick Rock and them. That's when I first really got to know Rick Rock. We were in some fairground.
Roosevelt Ground.
I think so. He had
Placer.
Placer.
It was the hyphy tour.
Was that the Hyphy tour?
Hyphy tour.
What you call it took us. Maybe you remember Barn?
Yep. Barn.
took
Yep.
us down there.
Barney
And,
Rubble. Boy.
Yeah, Barney Rub.
Yep.
And Joe had on the light blue Doughy Rock
Yep.
solo
It was a solo fire.
the little man.
The industrial works.
Industrial
man.
Works. He had a light blue shirt on that day. That's when he was fat though. Yeah, he was fat. He was a big boy then. And we rocked, man. We rocked the fuck out of that place, man. Like we went on right after Scarface. We went on and the E40 and them closed the house out. But that was the best show I ever did with Doe. And there was thousands of people out there screaming. They knew who he was. I couldn't believe it, but they knew who he was because he had that song, what's the name of that shit? You know what I'm talking about? It's hard. Yo, this song it was on the radio. It was like on the radio in constant rotation. It was
I'm hearing it. I can't think of the name of it.
You know, I can't remember the hook. I just got a whole blind moment, man.
The one.
I'm the one.
Yes,
not two,
the one.
Not three,
Yes.
not four. Yo, that
Woo!
record,
Oh, still hot.
bruh, that was out at the time, so everybody knew who he was. Like when he went and did the fairground.
Mm-hmm.
So that was probably my fondest memory of King Kahali.
Man.
Let me ask you a question though. I know
ahead.
we're gonna wrap this shit up because this is your show. If you had to, if God said, "I'm gonna give you one do-over," I wish we can get one do-over a week. But if he said, "I'm gonna give you one do-over," not in your life, you know, not personal, but if you had to go back and change something that you just didn't do or did do or fucked it up, what would it be? That question fuck a lot of people up, bruh. What would you change?
Can I go back in time with the knowledge I have today?
Nope. Because you'll know. That's a deep question, right?
That's hella deep.
You get one do-over in life.
That's hella deep. Hella deep.
Yep.
And I can't think of
I do interviews, so I ask
think of anything.
You can't think of shit?
I'm gonna keep that question though.
Yo, you should use that question.
I'm gonna keep that question.
But my thing, I will go to my father's funeral.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you guys a story before I leave. My father passed away in 2009, and when my dad died, my father died sporadically. It's just like he got sick and shit just was haywire, and he passed. But when he passed, I was on tour, right? So I'm on tour, and I get the news. My mom's hit me. Dad just died. So I was put into a wedge. It was, you could go see your father get buried, or you could stay for your passion, continue to DJ for Raekwon, or you can leave this tour. There's going to be another DJ that they're going to put in that spot, on, you know what I mean, for the remainder that he might be better. So I had to make a decision, not based on Ray, because I love Ray. So Ray didn't make me say, yo, he told me
It was the business though.
yeah, Ray said go home. Everybody told you, said go home and see your dad. I made a decision to stay on tour. Hardest decision I ever had to make in my life, right? But it ended up paying off in the long run. But now that it's, I think it's 11 years or whatever later, the wiser synth would have went for a day and flew right back. But I was thinking, if I go, I'm be my mom and I ain't gonna want to leave. And I just thought my child would have been in jeopardy. You feel me? So I fight myself all the time. That would be the decision that I would go back and change. Is I would go home for one day.
I don't have nothing even close to that.
That's deep though. But imagine being in my shoes that day, where you had to pick from your father or your long time. I've been chasing this shit for so long, and these opportunities don't come back, bro.
Hell no. Hell no.
This ain't coming back, my nigga. So my dad ain't coming back, and this ain't coming back. Which one would you choose? How about that? Which one would you choose?
I would have chose the story with the tour because I
Yeah.
believe that my father would have wanted me to
He gone. He can't see you.
keep pushing to continue my dream and what it was. So I probably would have made the same decision as you.
Yeah.
But I'd probably be sitting here today going through it like you.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest regrets. But it's not a regret that I stayed with Ray and them. It's more of a regret that I just wish I would have been conscious enough and thinking, okay, just go home, bury him, and go right back. But you might not have a job.
And these are facts.
Yeah, you might not. This interview doesn't happen. If I go here, we don't talk.
Because it was wolves at the door.
Yeah,
It was wolves at the door, bro.
it's still
They were waiting. They were throwing water on the stage hoping you slip and fall, bro. It was wolves at the door.
I mean, now in my 40s now, if I would go home now because I already had fun and we did that. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I look at Wikipedia, at my Wikipedia page. I look at the world tours. I say, holy shit! I did all the House of Blues in America in one tour. That was with Mobb Deep, Capone Noriega, Ray and them, Ray and Ghost, and Capadonna and Jizza and Meth. I did one year. I did every House of Blues in America, even the one Tupac stood on. I did them all in 1 year on a Rock the Bells tour. And when I go back and look at that stuff, I'm like, I used to eat fucking top ramen as a main course. Some days I didn't eat. And now to be able to break bread and shake hands with people all over the world is like
Unreal.
Yeah, it's a fucking movie. It's a dream.
Man.
But good looking on the interview.
Hey, bro, I'm going to have to bring you back because actually we're going to have to talk about actually giving you a show. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have this conversation.
There we
so,
go.
ladies and gentlemen, be prepared for the DJ Symphony show.
Yeah, it's
He's going to be DJing, but he's going to be talking
I don't
that real
want to DJ
shit.
no more, man.
I don't want you to DJ no more. But, brother, thank you very much for coming out.
All good. I'm going to give you a pound. Just wipe my feet.
Appreciate the time you had to take to come out here and bring the little one out. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Spotlight on hype-radio.com. I am your man, Shadow.
Symphony.
This is one of the greatest DJs out,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
DJ Symphony, because y'all need to give him your social media that you don't get on.
It's
but
at DJ Symphony. I
let him-
hate it, man.
Okay,
I fucking
get
hate-
at
I
him.
hate
See
social
if
media.
somebody can inspire him to
I hate social
mentor
media,
somebody.
Shadow, man.
Something. He gonna open it up one day. It is what it is. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Appreciate the love and support. Again, this is the Spotlight. We are on hype-radio.com. Make sure you get it on the TuneIn app. If you have any questions, please get at me at Hype Radio is Real on the gram. If you have hot music, don't send me no bullshit. Send it in MP3 format to itshyperadio@gmail.com. I'm going to listen to it, and you might get in rotation because I'm waiting for the song so I can throw it in rotation so y'all can hear it. But this is the end of another great show. DJ Symphony, I'm your man Shadow. We gonna holler at y'all. Peace.